would like to thank all of our patrons for your continued support.
Pretty nice, eh?
Okay, back at the boat. Another day in this project. This morning I got up and traced out all the patterns we made last night, cut them out of plywood. Didn't figure we needed to film me drawing shapes and cutting out plywood anymore. I've done that a lot on this channel. Here is our crazy shape. It's very strange considering I failed basic math several times. That either means that that's why it looks like this, or this is just how it's going to be. So we're gonna start by putting carpet tape on the foam to stick the two pieces together so they're kind of more secure in place so they don't slide around quite as much. We'll like fasten them down permanently later, but this will permanently adhere them to one another. And then we can try to get this tucked in and see if we need to do any trimming, any modifications, and go from there. I just pin nailed this, which are very small little nails. I used like a pneumatic nail gun I have at the studio. Just they're easy to pop out. It's easy to break apart if we have to cut anything down or whatever. So it's time to do that. You want to help me tape these together?
Okay.
Let's get it done. Hold that top side off until I get it lined up where I want it. Not so much. Right there. Just trim whatever doesn't want to line up. This is our first test fitting of the Icebox enclosure. Let's see how it goes. I left these not taped together in case I need to do any modifications. Can you hand me those, please? All right, the next one, please. So it feels like it's crept to port for some reason. It's probably just the thickness of all the plywood, which I didn't account for. Not a big deal. Worst comes to worst. The only issue is that we're getting real close to our saltwater intake seacock for the sink, for the galley. We're going to be changing that out next month when we haul out. So that's my only concern. I can definitely get to it and get it out, and worst comes to worst, we could just move it down a little if for some reason the new seacock doesn't fit there very well. But otherwise it seems like everything's pretty cool. Seems like it all fits well. I'm gonna go ahead and take out where the retaining screws were for this temporary bulkhead, and just screw it in where it's comfortable, where it's sitting comfortably right now. And we're gonna take a look and see what it's all about, and then go from there. There it is. Let's kind of imagine it with our sink in. Sink's gonna live right around there, which is cool. Now, what's your opinion, Camille? Do you want the faucet on this side or on the other side? We had it on the other side, but it's gonna be in the way of the trash.
I think it should still be on the other side.
Okay, so we'll keep it the orientation it was, like that. And we'll have our saltwater pump here, and then we got a faucet that folds down that's going to go here. And we're going to get a butcher block cut that is perfect in there, so that that's another cutting surface when we don't need the sink. So I have no idea how to determine the hole for this door the way I want to do it, because nothing's square, everything's a weird shape, and it's hard to know even kind of where to measure off of to do this. Let me show you my dilemma and explain what I'm trying to accomplish and my obstacles that I have, and we'll try to figure out how to get this done. So here's my salvage door I bought from Minis. I didn't want to cut a shaped door, so I got this. Basically it's going to be like this, and when you open it, this will all be glassed, painted and glassed countertop. That's, you know, this recesses into the counter, and when you lift it, any kind of this weird shape will be all finished. I think I'm going to use the types of hinges that where you can, they act as hinges, but then you can lift them up and slide them to get the thing free, so we can actually pull these off if we want to clean or pack in a ton of provisions. But what I'm running into is, like, I don't know if I should set this thing far back, like this far back, so that when we open it, you know, we have that much space. Because if we put it, because my track used to be right here for my sliders, if we put it that far forward with the hinges, that leaves us almost no space on the easy side to grab it. And we want, that's just ridiculous. So I think the answer is it has to be back here, and then I'll just figure out what's happening with this aft cabinet as far as like the sliders go. I might just put up a net instead of sliders. And so, I mean, in one aspect, like, we know our shape is determined, so we have an exact measurement on that, but I'm just not really sure how to start measuring, other than maybe like holding it there and drawing marks on here, and then over here where it falls on our Icebox. Because as you see, this goes this way, this goes this way. I want this for sure to be visually in line and square with everything we're looking at up top. So that turns this into like a kind of a measuring nightmare for me. So, figured out a solution. I'm going to cut a piece of cardboard that fits over the whole top of the icebox enclosure. And then we're going to set the lid over where we want it and then draw its true space in relation to the icebox. So that's how we're going to go about solving the problem. It makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense in reality. We'll find out. And let's get to making that template. So I think that's where we'll call its home. And the way I'm going to try to get it as square as possible is I'm going to measure off of this bulkhead 4 1/4 inches, and then 4 1/4, 4 1/4. We'll see if it, man, nothing really on this boat is square. That's 4 1/2 back there, and that's like 4 1/4. So this bulkhead I know for sure isn't square, but visually I kind of want it to line up with this line here. So I think that we're in a good place. That's 5 1/4 from up there. Looks about the same. And it's also, I've got it inside this little retaining wall, which is nice. I don't have to build a weird shelf inside. And we're going to use the hinges where you can detach each side and take it out so that it'll be easier to clean and provision. So now I guess we just try to mark this. I put registration marks on the little template down there. I guess we just do this, and then we'll cut like a, as long as we get the corners, we can use a straight edge for everything else. I'm gonna just do this as a reference, kind of. And we'll see what it looks like. So hard for you to see, but there's our corner, and that's our other corner. And then we'll run a straight edge on there and darken up all those lines. And that should give us our opening for the top of the fridge. And then what we do is we make that opening, and then we're gonna have to build a collar that goes up that meets it to clear this. You see how this is raised up? So there's gonna be a collar that comes up that's also fiberglass, fiberglass, fiberglass. And then we'll have our foam here and under there. But first we gotta work out the hole in the top of this and get it all lined up. The tricky thing is like the fact that I can't obviously take this and this whole setup home because it's specific to the boat. So that's why getting this thing square to the boat, which isn't going to be square to our icebox, is very confusing. But that placement will then determine our sink location and all kinds of stuff. So I guess it's time to pack all this up and head home. And then I can get to start getting to putting resin on all the wood to seal it all, like penetrating epoxy. And then start glassing the box while I work out the math on this top piece. What I'll probably do is get the whole box kind of done and like the top cut out of wood, and then I'll bring everything back down test fit it, and then once I'm happy with the top and the collar and everything, and it lines up the way it's supposed to, then I'll finish out the top part. I think that's how we're going to go about it. So, sun's about to set in the marina. Beautiful day in Wilmington. My wife is here. She's been taking boat naps. And I'm excited to get this project coming to a close, I think.